We're doing yin. Ah, that would be cool.
I'm back. I know I missed you last week.
Yeah, we missed you too. I forgot when that was. She was away.
Yeah, I went to Maine for 4th of July.
Wow.
Jealous.
You look really rested.
Yeah, it was amazing. I can spend the whole summer up there.
Right?
We make a circle for this class, so if you can just.
Thank you, Amanda.
You know,
So
still have
last
to see.
night, we wanted to make a circle, and she said no.
Oh, Jessica?
Yeah, she loves you.
Yeah, she's great.
But we all like, we become like part of the habit of.
Yeah, just, I don't know, it just makes it a nice kind of community.
Good. Really good. I don't know whether it's.
It's because she was relaxing.
Yeah, I mean,
Because she got lobsters. She got
Yeah.
That's I'm like so crazy right now. I have to.
Yeah. I know, I'm gonna text everyone later, but nothing really, I mean, just bring some snacks.
are you available?
We've got props at that studio, yeah, if you want you don't have your own, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Are you doing a Friday meet again? Or not?
It's the last Friday of the month, I always do it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'll be whatever that Friday is.
That was so awesome.
Yeah, isn't that nice? That was a good vibe that night.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. I'm just kind of passing out props. If you want to use them, you don't have to, but I like them for you. Yeah. What's going on out there?
Oh, I know.
Have you come before? Hi, I'm Amanda. Oh, Kelly. Yeah. Her brother? Yes. Girl, Matthew. Oh, Matthew. I don't know Matthew, but she has 2 brothers, right?
Yes.
There's another one that does graphic design. Okay.
It's
Oh,
not.
I love Kelly. She's great. I've done a lot of retreats. with her.
Good, how are you? Good. How were your trips? You were last time, I was only here that one time. But
Yeah, well, I just got back from Maine. It was
But you
amazing.
had one that was a camping thing or?
Oh, Blue Ridge Mountains, I go there next week.
Oh.
Yeah,
And you did one in the Keys, right?
that's coming up in August. Yeah, good memory. Oh, good, you're starting that, thanks.
Yeah, got it. All right, you're good. I'm just
Is
doing
anyone there?
recordings.
Sorry?
No.
No, okay.
You're not supposed to do a recording.
Okay. Let's
Having a
start.
chat, but there's no paper towels in the bathroom.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's why we have pants.
Or toilet paper.
Exactly. So we're gonna start in Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet together, the knees apart. You could add a back bend here if you want a bolster under your back. If you want a little more intense on your inner thighs, you could put a block or the bolster under your feet. That'll give you a little more through the groin. Props are always interchangeable. You decide if you want them. Sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they make it more intense. Remember, if you're super flexible in this style of yoga, you want to do like 50% of what you can actually do. Looking at you. So just,
I don't feel it otherwise.
right. But honestly, not like your body, your cells, every part of you are still reaping the benefits, even if you don't feel it that intensely. So just be mindful. I mean, you know your body. Obviously, I know I like to feel it too, but just be mindful because flexy people can, you're more susceptible to overstretching. So just keep that in mind. If you're blessed with stiffness, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it. All right, so let's start. Welcome those of you at home. So you could add the bolster under your back, block under your feet, either, both, you decide. Just kind of let this posture help you set your tone for a nice, relaxing, restorative practice today. You could grab opposite elbow above your head. You could bring your arms out. You could cactus your arms. You could do nothing and keep them by your hips. Just trying to get to a place that's comfortable, not super intense. Even if you are kind of stiffer today, you still don't want to be in an excruciating place where you can't relax. So back off and do a little less so you can soften more. Stay there for a few more breaths. Take a final breath here. If you have any props under your back or under your feet, you can just kind of roll off to the side, move those out from under you. And then bring your knees together and your feet apart. So we're just going into a counter, complete opposite direction. Feet are probably off your mat, wider than your mat, and the knees just rest in towards the opposite. Take a few more breaths. Just kind of observe if you've allowed yourself to become still, to really embrace this moment, knowing it's a quieter, more subtle class, more subtle practice. And it's a really great time to observe where your thoughts go when things get quiet. Take a final breath here. Start to heel toe your feet together. Hug your knees into your chest. You can rock and roll a few times on your backs. Maybe circle out your knees or your ankles. Rock yourself up and down, coming up to a tabletop. You could place the blanket under your knees. I just think it feels a little cushier. Obviously, not cushier. Just do a few rounds of cat cows. So curl your toes under, inhale, drop your chest. Exhale, round up. Press the tops of your feet down. This is obviously a bit more active. Let it move. Again, inhale, drop your chest. Exhale, round. One more. Into a neutral swan. Bring your knees, feet together, curl the toes under, and sit back for a toe stretch. Make sure there's no pressure in your knees and not any blocks. Bolster or something under you. Knees are okay at the time. Just let your arms, I almost feel like my shoulders decompress if I can just let my arms hang. It almost, like if you really focus on it, you might start to feel a stretch through your traps. You might notice your knees unwillingly sliding forward. Remember, it's just a sign that you're getting deeper into your toes. Tops of your feet. So that might be plenty, or you can use a bolster or a block to give you a little elevation, so you might feel more. We're targeting the ankles and the shins. This time, just kind of let your arms dangle again, but let your head hang, feeling a bit of a rounding through your upper neck and shoulders. Allowing your lips to fall away from the final breath here. Release some of that. Lean forward and circle out your ankles. You can drop down to the elbows for a sphinx. Press the pubic bone down into the floor. Walk your legs back so you feel that nice length out of your hip. Making this active at first. Pull the shoulders down and try to think of your hips gradually moving towards your elbows. Over to the right. center. And let your head in. Allow your lips to fall away from your teeth. Spread your right arm underneath your chest. So you don't want to be twisting yet. We're gonna just pin our right arm underneath our shoulders or chest. And I know it's not ideal for big boobs, but try to make it work. You might need a bolster or a blanket underneath your head as like a pillow if your head isn't all the way down. Just use that to kind of relax your neck. And then bring your left arm back next to your left hip. So your hands are on the floor, you're not twisting yet. You might start with your right ear down, and then you can bring your forehead down, or you could bring your left ear down if you want more for your neck. You're gradually just kind of letting your left arm fall closer towards your right arm. Notice as you hang here, what else you could soften. Maybe every once in a while you kind of jiggle out your hips and your legs, make sure they're not clenched. Maybe you separate your lips so you know you're not clenching your jaw. You just continue to become aware of any holding patterns that might be lingering in you. Final breath. Gently bring your left hand in front of your right. Slide your left knee towards your right wrist, so you're kind of spooning the floor. Good. Scoot your right hand over to the left, and you're gonna lie on your back. Now you might want to keep your hand in a dramatic way, like the back of your hand onto your forehead. You could also start to extend your arm straight out to the side or straight up over your head. You want to try to keep your left knee down, so it's creating a spinal twist and a chest and shoulder opener. There's a lot happening here.
In the last 30 seconds here. Last 2 breaths. Gently unwind, slide your left leg straight. Bring the left ear down, your hands by your hips, and just rest. Feel every part of your body that's touching the floor, fully supported by the mat under you. Gently place your elbows under your shoulders, returning back to seats. Spread your left arm underneath your chest. Again, you're not really reaching it, you just kind of want your arm pinned under your chest, and your right arm will come back next to your right hip. Start with your left ear down, maybe on a blanket or a block, something to support your neck. And you can always turn your forehead down or your right ear down if you want more through your neck. Just kind of jiggle out your legs, make sure everything's relaxed. There's 0 effort here, just let the floor do all the work for you. Make sure your left ear is down if it's not yet. Slide your right hand in front of your left. Slide your right knee towards your left rib. And kind of reach your left arm over to the right as you gradually lie on your back. In a dramatic way, or maybe you extend your right arm out. Let your right knee stay heavy. Make sure you're not trying to twist, you're not trying to make anything happen in this shape. You're just allowing your body to fall into place, allowing it to go where it needs and wants to go. Take your last 2 breaths. Gently start to unwind. Roll onto your stomach. With your right ear down and your hands by your hips. And just rest. Just kind of let your heels swap out. Maybe let your arms slightly bend. Place the hands under your shoulders and push back to a child's pose. You might want your knees together, the arms back for more of a lower back release, or you can keep your arms forward and bring your knees apart. Maybe turn one ear down, if that feels good on your neck. Switch to the other ear. Gently extend the arms forward if you haven't. Come on up. Bring the right knee forward, the left knee back, coming into here. So your legs are kind of at like a zigzag. Yeah. Now you might want a bolster. So there's a few different ways you can do here. You can fold right over your leg. You can kind of stay upright and just kind of hang, your upper back. You could also start to fold over towards the right, creating more of a twist. So, I'm going to let you kind of play with it. You could also go over to the right and kind of lean to the right. So there's lots of options. Try to move towards sensation. Like, don't go to the place where you don't feel it as much. Instead, try to move towards the place where you feel it the most.
Try to keep the left hip down.
It's okay if it lifts, but don't let your left knee lift. Yeah. more breaths here. Slowly start to roll yourself up. You can slide your right leg straight and kind of jiggle it out a bit. And bring your left foot to your right inner thigh. Then we're just gonna fold over the right leg. So you could use the bolster under your torso. That can be nice if you need a block to lift it up higher. You don't need any props if you want, you decide. But just make sure you're not trying to pull, push, you're not trying to reach your foot in any way. I like to let my arms kind of fall on either side of my legs so I know I'm not subtly trying to reach for anything. We're in our final minute, so you might start to lean to the right a little more. Maybe that gives you a little more sensation through your left side, so as your lower back area. The last 2 breaths here. Turn the palms down, keeping your back rounded. Slowly start to roll yourself up. Shake out your neck, your shoulders, your right hand. You might slide your left leg straight. Just kind of let everything jiggle and flop side to side.
Now we're gonna switch legs. So the left leg will stay straight, the right foot will bend. Bringing your foot to the outside of your right hip. So you don't want to put pressure in your right knee. You do want the knees quite close together. You may want a block under your butt. You are trying to get the top of your foot on the floor. So it will stretch out your ankle as well. Or you may start to lean back. I would recommend you probably want the bolster under your back. Is it bothering your knee? Okay, so either sit on the bolster or sit on the plank, the block. Like literally sit on it. Yep. Yeah. Take the pressure out. No. So it might not be a pose for you. Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of something. You all can start to lean back and do it. Okay, yeah, that's what you want to do. Okay. I know it's not relaxing, but what you could do is stand up and just kind of hold it. I might just do something a little more subtle, kind of like what we were doing here. That's okay. I felt this was coming, and recently. Oh yeah. So yeah, just go recently. Yeah, just you might even just do a back. Because really, we're getting a back bend into. So maybe you just keep both legs straight and you just lie on your bolster. Yeah, you'll miss out on the quad, but that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Remember, if the bolster isn't high enough where you can relax into it, you can always add a block under it to help you lift up. I got you, Debbie.
How long have we in this one for?
Not as long as the others.
Thank you.
See if that helps.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Get flexor. Get up here. That's it. That's good. Yeah. If you want, you can bend your left knee. It gives you a little more. I like it, but it might not be for everybody. Remember, if it's too intense, you add some more props and you come out of it a little bit. Or maybe you just focus on your breathing and your body can kind of relax into it. Remember, the first minute we're in any shape, we're fighting our own nervous system because it wants to grip, it wants to hold on. It's just a human thing we've all learned somehow along the way to protect ourselves, to tense up, but it's really not helping. We're trying to get ourselves into the parasympathetic nervous system where we're not in that fight or flight state of mind. Your last 2 breaths here. Very gently start to crawl your way out. You can swing your right leg forward and just shake out the leg. Okay, now we're going to do deer on the left side.
So left knee's forward, right knee's back. Keep in mind, let me know. You might maybe play with it, but maybe like a bolster. Okay. Yeah, and then remember, so some of you are gonna go into the side, I think most of us were folding forward, but just try to, mimic whatever you did on the other side. So we're actually doing a completely different pose, we're starting that pose, okay? No, so bring your left foot forward. Yep, and then your right knee back. There you go. And I think you fold it forward. It's okay. Should be mostly like it. Last 2 breaths. Slowly start to pull yourself up. You can slide your left leg straight. Place your right foot to your left knee back. You need to jiggle or do anything in between.
Then you might want the bolster or something underneath as you start to fold over the left leg. Space. Final part, so maybe you start to knees. Your last two breaths here. Turn the palms down. Keep your back rounded, your neck neutral as you slowly round yourself up. And slide your right leg straight, everything jiggle. Maybe with your neck. And we're going to switch legs. So keeping your right leg straight, flip your left foot to the outside of the left hip. Maybe sit on the block. You most likely want to peel your calf out of the way. Yeah, good. Start to lean back. Do anything with your upper body that might be supportive. Enjoy the last 30 seconds or so here. Now, those of you that are lying back and you feel like it could be a safe transition, really all you have to do is unflip your left foot and you're in your final back bend. If you need to come up out of it, you know, do what's safe for your body, but this is how we're going to wrap it up. Just open up the mouth. Stick out the tongue and a vocal exhale. Notice the place of peace that you have found. Remembering to carry that with you throughout the rest of your moments. Knowing that as much as the world is trying to scare us and hypnotize us with all kinds of current events, may we remember the truth and what's really going on. Knowing we are safe, we are protected, we are taken care of. Very gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach up over the head and up both knees into the chest. Rock and roll. When you're ready, come on up to us. Placing the hands to prayer as we always seal our practice together. Remembering what a gift it is to be able to move this body, to be able to breathe so effortlessly. May we not take any of these gifts for granted, and may we continue to show appreciation and thanks for it all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, ladies. Thank you so much. God bless. Namaste.
welcome. Do you feel good? Yeah. We all do, you know? You go out there and it's like constantly bombardment, so it's so important.
It's so dangerous out there.
It's so important to just, take care of yourself and remember what's really going on, keep yourself grounded.
And the hardest part is knowing that what you believe, infiltrated all the time by all of the people in my world that can't believe how irresponsible I am. And I don't watch the news, so I just don't. And when I say that, people are like, how do you know what's going on? I said, I take care of me. And that's all I take care of everyone. What is it gonna do besides cause me angst and
Fear and all the stress and.
I'm a therapist, so.
Oh, geez.
So I've got so many people coming and I say to them, turn off the television. What do you mean? I don't watch them now. I just don't.
No,
It doesn't mean I don't know what's happening. Of course not. No, I can Google it and then I turn it off when I don't want to see it. I get my information.
Exactly.
And then I just, I don't know.
Yeah. I saw this thing. I get my information mostly from social media because everybody posts all kinds of stuff. So, but I saw this thing that said, if we defund the media, 80% of the world's problems would go away.
I was like,
Absolutely. I believe that for sure.
yeah.
But they're
My kids are on social media. I just,
everybody's got to do what they're comfortable with.
I just can't, it's not my thing, I don't enjoy it. And I find that my life is really driven by what makes me smile and what makes me happy.
Yeah,
So it's about enjoyment.
exactly. Hi, everybody. I don't know how to turn this off. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. Nice to meet you.
So when you travel, was it an issue on the plane or at the airport or anything like that?
No.
It was actually an amazing time to travel. Because I literally got dropped off and I was at my gate within 5 minutes. There's no security line. I mean, there were still, and Fort Lauderdale was busier than I thought, which was, I was happy to see. There were quite a few flights there. Most of the stuff in the airport is closed. There's only like one store and one restaurant that's open. So you just gotta bring snacks or, deal with a limited options. But other than that, I mean,
My daughter just went with
Yeah.
her boyfriend to Portland. So they're there now, they're coming back tomorrow. She
Nice.
said it wasn't an issue, she's graduating from FSU.